The second question is, before an event, the pros and cons of communicating with each other ahead of time, which is almost a springboard to what you were talking about,
Right.
of communicating before an event.
Right. A lot of the events that I've gone to, there has been good communication before events. And I think that it's important that both sides have an idea of what's going on and what can be expected based on what is going on. Events that I've been to that have been sponsored by Texas Justice and Peace, there's usually peacekeepers that are members of the group that work with the people providing the protest to make sure that people know what's expected of them and what the police expect of them. And at the same time, they generally make contact with members of the police department and have communication with them. I think that's vital. And I think that they need to hold true to those decisions prior to the event and during the event. And I think that good communication is very important on both sides. I believe that the majority of the time that does happen, and on a few occasions it hasn't happened as well as it could.
On the other side, who would like to speak for this question?
I think I'll start off. I think we will agree with the majority of what you said. Communications is integral. It's the foundation of any relationship. Relationships are based on mutual respect and a level of trust. It's important to identify event organizers, the leaders, to delineate what the levels of responsibilities are. Having peacekeepers is an integral part to any event. It helps us to relay information both up and down on both sides for the law enforcement officers and for the people that are participating in the event. Understanding the intent and purpose of the group's activity is also important for us to understand the date, the time, the location, whether it's going to be nonviolent civil disobedience, the number of people attending. Could be just a couple of people on a corner, or it could be a couple of thousand people. That impacts how we will properly manage our resources. The desire to be arrested or not. A lot of times when we have the opportunity to have pre-planning communications and negotiations, we often will help choreograph those events, working with the event organizers to make things less volatile. As far as pre-planning for the police process, it's important for us to communicate information to our department members. The more information that we can share on both sides of the organizations as they understand what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, is important. We can have anywhere from zero participation to a mass arrest contingency. You know, we can be made aware of a small event where we would have no resources, just an FYI to our personnel. Or we could have a very large community event where we have to put together contingency plans within our organization and develop ultimate plans with the event organizers. It's an opportunity to communicate department concerns to the event organizers. You know, what types of signs should be carried for the protest or the demonstration. We have responded to different events with different groups. We've had people carry signs literally taped to baseball bats, which were then used as weapons. Those are concerns from us and our ability to carry out our responsibilities to protect the public. Providing available information to the event organizers on other scheduled events that may be in conflict or in the same location, which would be potentially a flashpoint. Putting demarcation lines into place. If we've got two events that are adamantly and everyone's passionately opposed.
One last sentence.
One last sentence. We'll leave it this way, that it's important for everybody to understand the process. If permits are needed, what the plans are, we are more than willing to help as other city departments are involved in this process. So the more information that is shared, the better.